Installing sound deadening on the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, today we're going to be installing some sound deadening material on the roof inside of this Jeep Mojave. What we've got here, Randall brought the kit. It is from Hothead Headliners, so you guys can check that out. Looks like it comes with instructions. He also brought some extra stuff, looks like some gloves, some acetone to clean the panels with, and then some paper towels. So we'll go ahead and open this up, and looks like it's nice and packaged in there. That's cool. Kind of take a look real quick at what we've got. Those look like, do we know?
These actually do the rear, by the rear window.
By the rear window, okay. Okay.
And then
I'd lend a hand, but I can't wield the camera.
The two sky panels.
All right, and those would be the Freedom panels in the front?
Panels.
Okay.
Yeah, Freedom panels.
Okay.
And then this does the back.
Awesome.
That does the little strip down the middle of the back.
Okay. Let me, oh yeah, nice.
It feels like the headliner of a car.
It does.
It's not just carpet, and then it's got a radiant barrier in it.
Right, okay.
These are the sound deadening strips, extra sound deadening, that go between, or in the grooves inside the top.
Okay.
And you've probably played with this stuff before, but it's a lot heavier than it looks.
Oh yeah, wow.
I mean, that's 5-6 pounds easy for that little piece of, but it's,
right.
It just stops it stops vibration.
Well, in a nutshell, that is what you get in the kit. So what we're going to do is remove the Freedom top panels, I guess. We'll start there since that's the easiest. And then we're actually going to pull the top. So there is going to be a separate video. It'll show how you actually remove the top from the Jeep Gladiator. So check that out if you're interested in doing that. But for now, we're going to move on to sound deadening on the inside. Okay, we've got the panels here on the table, and the first step is to sand. Obviously, you want good adhesion for the panels back here. So Randall is just kind of roughing them up a little bit, going to get everything ready for the panels. And then he's got some acetone over here to clean it up. Of course, for good adhesion, once again, you want to make sure the panels stick. I mean, really, there'd be nothing worse than driving down the road and having a panel drop right in front of your windshield. I mean, could you imagine? That's pretty much all there is to the cleaning part. They've been sanded lightly. I mean, you're not trying to sand through the panel or anything, obviously. And then a little bit of acetone to clean off any residue or maybe powder, whatever that's left. Again, so that we can get good adhesion for the panels back there. So that's next up, panel placement. First up, you start with the slots on here, and this is these silver pieces for sound deadening, obviously. And you cut these to fit in the slots. So in all the areas that are indented around here, this material is going to go on both of the panels. You can see there again, it's just adhesive backed, so it'll just stick in there, and it looks like it's pretty robust adhesive to me, just watching it being handled.
It's peel and stick.
Ah, that's one of my favorite types. And then the panels themselves, once they're put on, are they going to cover this up? So you won't even see this once they're...
Once the black panel, they go over the top and they stick along here.
Okay. So in other words, you don't have to be real neat how you put this on, because you're never going to see it anyway.
Nope.
Okay.
It's
cool.
If you see it, you've got a problem.
There you go. And you'll see he's using the roller that they provided, obviously, once again, to get good adhesion on here. We've got the insulation here for the sound deadening material in the slots. And Randall has got one panel positioned over here. You guys can see how that's going to look. Pretty sharp. Almost looks factory. I'd say it does look factory. So there's the before, and there's the after.
And the package comes with a little piece of cardboard to help spread out while you're pressing it down on this part.
Gotcha. Okay, we've got the sound deadening on the tops here, and the directions say you're supposed to put it out in the sun, or at least let it sit for a little while. Putting it like this in this bright sunny sky is going to be perfect because the black top is going to heat them up, and that ensures even better adhesion. Okay, we've got the top off. You guys can see here laying on the table. And I would say I highly recommend, if you're doing this mod, to go ahead and remove the top. You can just loosen the back bolts there, take the two corners out, loosen the rear bolts, and then you can tilt it up to do this. But as you can see, Randall is sanding, and you're going to have dust all over the inside of your Jeep. For me, that's a big deal. If you don't care, no big deal. But also easier just to place the panels and all of the sound deadening material, I think.
It's also easier to sand pushing down than it is to sand pushing up.
Right. Well, and have all that dust in your face too. We talk about breathing and everything these days, right? Well, you're going to be inhaling that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead, get this all sanded down, get the material in there, and then move on to the next step. Okay, one more thing that, to be honest, we kind of forgot to do. We did these bottom parts here, got them all sanded, acetone, but we forgot to do the sides. I'm going to blame that on Randall because I'm not going to take credit for that.
I'll take the hit.
So we are doing the sides there now, just in case you're wondering, because there are panels that go there as well. So got to clean those off too. Okay, we've got all of the, I'll call it in-slot sound deadening pieces, if you will, in.
Sound Assassin.
Sound Assassin. That's what they call this, right? It's the Sound Assassin.
That's the brand name.
Gotcha. You can see there on the sides, and then Randall is rolling right now. That's cool. And over there on the other side. And next, of course, will come the panels themselves, and then we're done.
No.
No.
Got to put the lid back on.
Oh, shoot. That's right. It won't put itself back on. I guess we got to do that. We got all the strips in there rolled and all that stuff. So now it's time to put this center piece on right here in this slot. That's what it's going to look like. It comes with a Velcro double-sided, or tape rather, that we're going to, or Randall's going to put down. And then it should just Velcro right to that. Pretty slick. And then you just lay it in there and poosh, as they say in certain places. Okay, it would appear that we're done. We got the panels here on the top, here on the roof, and then the side panels. Of course, we did the Freedom panels earlier. They're curing, if you will, out in the sun. That's pretty much it, I should say. Pretty simple mod. Wouldn't you agree? Not too difficult, I don't think.
Roughly 2 hours.
2 hours.
With 2 people.
With 2 people. So, and we took our time. We didn't rush through it. So you could probably do it in just a hair shorter, but not much. I'd say it's at least a 2-hour mod with 2 people. I'll give you a quick sneak peek. There you go. And this is what we were talking about earlier. You can just take off the 2 bolts in the front and then loosen the ones in the back. But then you'd have to tilt this back. And man, I don't like the idea of putting pressure on those bolts or the fiberglass, plastic, whatever, for fear of cracking it, especially if you live in a cooler climate where it becomes brittle. So definitely, if you're going to do this, take the top off. Much easier to do, and you can see here the panels actually are over the sound bar, so good luck in getting those in properly without taking the top off. She's all reassembled, all the panels are in, all the tops, all the pieces are back on. Let's take a quick look inside. You can see right here, we have the insulation installed on the Freedom panels. It actually looks pretty darn good. Even darkens it up a little bit in here if you're into that. I kind of dig it. Let's check the back. There you go. You can see the Freedom panels back here in the back. Looks pretty good. Awesome. Now, as far as the job goes, once again, pretty simple. It is a 2-man job, I think. Let me ask Randall, what do you think?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was pretty easy, but moving that rear top, or moving the back half of the top, it's just too bulky. It's not that heavy, but the angle, you're going to scratch.
Right, too awkward. You need a couple of people to do it, I agree.
But 2 people can do it easily.
Yeah. All right, that's it. We're done. Big shout out to Randall, by the way, for bringing his Jeep Gladiator Mojave over here to do this. I really appreciate that. Also,